Taking a look back at Daniel Suarez's 2016 Xfinity stats, it's a huge head-scratcher as to why he's struggling in Cup right now, especially with backing from big teams like JGR and Stewart-Haas Racing. His slew of top 5s and top 10 finishes suggests that maybe he's just not used to running longer races, but that's a topic for another video. And now with the full-time ride at Gaunt Brothers Racing, it looks as if Suarez's Cup career might be over before it's even started, and the best to come may already be behind him without even coming at all.
Trouble off turn number 4, two cars together, slamming into the outside safer barrier. Ryan Blaney is one of those drivers. The money line caution flies at the start-finish line. Daniel Suarez is the other.
You can see they tried to go to the outside of Daniel Suarez. Oh, Suarez had to go up to miss Keselowski and made heavy contact with the 12 of Ryan Blaney.
But how did we get to this point? In 2010, when Suarez was only 18, he ran his first full-time season in the NASCAR Peak Mexico Series, in which he nabbed a top 5 and 5 top 10s. The following season, he scored 3 top 5s, 7 top 10s, won the pole on 3 occasions, and even led 47 laps. The following year, in 2012, appeared to be his breakout season, winning 2 races at Mexico City and Querétaro, scoring 9 top 5s with an average finish of 9.1, and finishing 3rd in points. This is our first hint of Daniel Suarez's consistency that is to follow. The following year, he wins 3 races and finishes 2nd in points, and the year after that, which would be his last full-time season in Mexico, he won an astonishing 5 races, which is almost half of all the races in the season, being a 14-race schedule. Alongside the Mexico venture, he was making a small splash in K&N East, where he ran a total of 49 races and won 3 of them. A short stint in ARCA and trucks at the same time saw seldom success that only nabbed him 1 win across both divisions. In 2015, he ran his first full-time season in Xfinity, where he saw moderate success racing for Joe Gibbs, who noticed his success in lower divisions and picked him up immediately. His 2015 Xfinity stats are this: 8 top 5s, 18 top 10s, and 3 poles. Impressive statistics in landing him a 5th place points finish, but he just couldn't secure that first Xfinity win, only leading 83 laps throughout the course of the entire campaign. Now, the year is 2016. Every milestone in Daniel Suarez's career has been building to this very moment. Suarez absolutely storms the Xfinity Series in 2016 with utter and absolute sheer consistency, scoring 27 top 10 finishes, with 19 of those being 5th or better and 3 of those being wins, with an average finish of 8th and finishing in the top 10 82% of the time that entire season. Without a doubt, Suarez wins the 2016 Xfinity Championship and makes history that year, being not only the first Mexican driver to win a race in one of NASCAR's top 3 Premier Series, 1 in trucks and 3 in Xfinity, but is also the first international driver to win a Premier Series championship. The incredible thing about his consistency is that we have seldom seen anything like it at this level of motorsports. Look at every other win-a-lot campaign since the turn of the century in NASCAR. They all seem to be winning races or wrecking out. Matt Kenseth in 2013, Carl Edwards in 2008. It seems as if nobody has had as much consistency as Suarez in his 2016 venture. And with Carl Edwards suddenly retiring after the 2016 season after a deflating championship run that left fans heartbroken, Joe Gibbs had a no-brainer decision to make. Put him in the 19 car. He may not win a race in his freshman year in Cup, but he'd surely be consistent and nab a few top 10s and maybe even a couple of top 5s. He didn't disappoint. A 3rd place finish at Watkins Glen and 12 top 10s and a 20th place points finish, he had momentum, and in 2018, everyone expected him to maybe get his first win. But instead, he just leveled out. 3 top 5s, 9 top 10s, a pole, and a 21st place points finish accompanied with some serious adversity. Gibbs let him go after the 2018 season to pick up Martin Truex Jr., who was rideless as Furniture Row Racing went under, already having picked up other FRR driver Eric Jones a year before as the 77 team defunct and they cut down to a 1-car operation. That first decision led to one of my favorite finishes of all time, as taking over the mantle from my favorite driver of all time, Matt Kenseth, he wins the Daytona night race in his first full-time season with Gibbs. And in 2019, Truex did not disappoint, winning an astounding 7 races, and even though I don't like him, was my statistical pick to win the 2019 championship. So where does this leave Suarez? Well, in 2019, Kurt Busch joined forces with Ganassi to drive the retiring Jamie McMurray's number 1 car, which made me ecstatic as Kurt Busch is one of my all-time favorites and my favorite racer on the circuit right now. That left the 41 car open for business, and Tony Stewart picked him up and Suarez brought over longtime sponsor Aries, which he won the Busch Championship with in 16. However, even with a slightly better points finish of 17th, he saw no more success as he continued to run winless, and SHR let him go to bring up Cole Custer from the Xfinity Series and zone out the Double O team. Suarez, now rideless, works at a deal with Gaunt Brothers Racing in 2020 to run the 96 full-time for the first season ever in their Cup Series career. And while we're only 4 races into the season, his crash in the qualifying duel failed to enter him into the Daytona 500, and redemption for Suarez seems unlikely. The best we can hope for is an upset victory on a plate track and getting picked up by a mid-tier team like FRM if McDowell were to maybe retire, or Roush if Newman can't make it stick after his injury. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and have a great day.